What's up guys, welcome to chuunibyou-kun. In this video we will talk about the part 2 of The Ruler of Conspiracy, which is the 10th light novel volume in the Overlord series. For those who haven't watched part 1, you will find link in my description. But before we start, spoiler alert, warning. This video happens to contain a lot of heavy spoilers that are all originated from the Overlord Light Novel series. And don't forget to like, subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell for more uploads. Now let's proceed to part 2. As Ainz and his escort enter the Adventurers Guild, he sees that there are no adventurers inside the guild, only the staff. Because of Ainz taking over Irantal, the adventurers have a hard time to find a job in hunting down monsters and protecting the people. This is because almost all of their jobs were replaced with Death Knights and Soul Eaters instead of adventurers. Inspiration flashes through Ainz's mind, changing adventurers from monster-hunting mercenaries to explorers of the unknown like an Yggdrasil. Just as Ainz was deep in thought, he sees Mochnich, leader of Rainbow. Ainz asks Mochnich why he is still here in the city. Mochnich replied that it's because of Momen, who stayed in the city and became their shield. After hearing his reply, Ainz told Mochnich that he and the other adventurers might someday become like Momen. After a verbal exchange with Mochnich, Ainz develops an idea toward his next objective of allowing the adventurers to live up to their name, being about adventuring, instead of just staying to protect the residents. At the same time, Ainz tells the receptionist to set a meeting with the guildmaster, Pluton Ainzik. After the negotiation concluded, the Adventurers Guild of Irantal will be assimilated into the Sorcerer Kingdom. A labyrinth will be built to train low-leveled adventurers, and the new purpose of the guild will be to explore the unknown lands that remain blank on the map. Ainz extenuates that under his rule, humans, demi-humans, and heteromorphs beings will be equal as long as it is under his flag. Ainz also told Ainzik that a group of goblins will be visiting Irantal along with other demi-humans and heteromorphic beings. In the Riesti's kingdom, Princess Renner builds an orphanage for the children whose fathers were killed in the massacre at Cat's Plains. The death count for the kingdom exceeds 180,000 with more missing, leaving the remaining soldiers too depressed to continue. Climb returns to the princess's side, while Brain Ungloss searches for a new warrior captain to take Gazif Stronov's place. Renner, Climb, Eveli, and Tina make their way to the royal palace. The leader of Blue Roses, Lachius, is elsewhere, training the revived Gagarin and Tina who are suffering experience loss. During their conversation, Eveli is worried about Momen and wanted to rush to Irantal, but was stopped by Tina to wait until the training is over. Eveli also reported to Rigrid about the Sorcerer King. Arriving at the royal palace, Renner and Climb separate from the group and meet with Prince Zanak. There is a word that an envoy from the Sorcerer Kingdom will be arriving in 1 week. Narration shifts to Philip, the third son of a noble. He gains the right to his father's estate and land after the death of his 2 older brothers. Their deaths allowed him to attend the ball to welcome the envoy, Albedo, who came to greet the royal family. Philip becomes entranced by her dark beauty and fantasizes about her, a dream he feels is achievable when his plans bring wealth to his domain. He invites Albedo to a ball at his estate. Back at home, his father scolds him for trying to befriend the envoy rather than his deepening relationship with the count and other nobles. Philip rebuts that the Sorcerer Kingdom is a powerful ally. He assures his father that the count has recognized him as heir, though he didn't even meet with the count. The family does not have an estate large enough to host a ball, but Philip made plans with the landlady in the royal capital in exchange for an unnamed favor. At the ballroom in the royal capital, Philip notices that all of his invited guests are newly promoted nobles just like him and worried if they could compete with the other noble factions. Helma persuades Philip to be the head of the new noble faction, and she has high expectations from him. In truth, he has become a puppet of Albedo to form a new faction in the kingdom along with 8 Fingers to eventually annex the kingdom. Albedo orders the 8 Fingers to transfer all the resources to the Sorcerer Kingdom and also orders them to search for information related to a legendary mind control item for personal reasons. She then visits Renner to have a private conversation, which reveals that Renner had betrayed her kingdom in exchange for taking her into Nazarick and be a candidate to be converted. She also would be granted a status equivalent to that of an area guardian supposedly only after the preparation for the annexation has been completed. And that's it for my video. As you have noticed, I used video clips from the anime as reference because it fits the scene, instead just using pictures. So if you do like this video, let me know in comment. See you soon in my next video. Until then, sayonara.